Hi, this is Don from AmericanEliquidStore.com. In this video we're introducing a brand new kit for us. It's an upgrade kit to take your existing Joye 510 from American E-Liquid Store and upgrade it to the new 510T tank system. Part of this kit we developed in-house, so we've got kind of a special set of equipment here at a very special price if you buy it all together, because we think tanks are the way of the future and this is what people are going to want to do. So if you've got a 510, this should be interesting to you. All you need to take your Joye 510 to a 510T is what's in this kit, and here it is. It's two 510T atomizers. Watch the next section for some close-ups of the insides of these. They're very different than existing 510 atomizers or cartomizers, and we think better. So two of those, in case one burns out on you. They're electrical parts like light bulbs. You never know how long this stuff's going to last. Be sure you take advantage of our warranty on that. It also comes with 5 empty 510T tanks, and most importantly, and what we're really excited about, is a tank filling kit. We've come up with a really nice way to fill both these new 510 tanks, and it also works just as well on the Ego tanks if you know someone who has one of those systems. So you can fill these things without taking them apart, without popping little pieces around and losing them, without drips, without mess, without wasting anything, and everything you need is right here in our new tank filling kit. So take a look at the next couple of sections of the video for more details on the atomizers and also how to fill them. By the way, one thing I'd like to stress that not a lot of people know is that these new 510T atomizers and tanks work with several other brands of electronic cigarettes. We can make them work, and we'll demonstrate some of, but we'll make them work with Totally Wicked's Titan, Totally Wicked's Tornado, blue electronic cigarettes, ecig, or the generic KR808, or DSE 901 batteries. Let me just show you that a little bit. I'm going to start with our American E-Liquid Store battery, which just simply has 510 threads on it, and it works just fine. We'll show that vaping in a minute. The blue has the same thread pattern, male on the atomizer, female on the battery. Screws in just fine, and we'll show that vaping in just a second. The KR808s and DSE 901s require an adapter, so we'll try and get you an inset picture here, but you can see that on the KR808 the threads are actually male, so it looks like the 510T can't screw onto it. The ecig is also that way, but we have a little adapter that screws right on there and makes it a little bit long, but it works just fine. So if you have an old electronic cigarette laying around that you'd like to give to somebody to try, or you'd like to convert to a 510T and keep as a spare, keep that in mind. There's a good chance we can make it work. Today we're introducing a new product I'm really excited about because we developed it in-house. It's a new tank filling kit. This is the kit right here. It consists of 4 pieces. It's a 60 milliliter empty bottle. We're using the 60 milliliter bottle so that if you already have some of our e-liquid in another bottle and you want to use it to fill a tank kit or to fill tank cartridges, you can just dump that bottle right in here, whether you have a 15, a 30, or a 60 milliliter bottle. It'll fit in the tank filling kit. Taking this kit apart a little bit, because I'm going to show you how it fits on our existing bottles and how to fill cartridges in a minute. You'll also see that there's a plastic cap, a needle, and a little red cap on the top. This little red cap is just to keep it from dripping, so we're going to take that off and pull that apart. And then you can see there's a plastic cap. This black plastic cap will fit on either our 30 or 60 milliliter bottles. We will also have available a smaller cap that will fit on our 15 milliliter bottles. So when you're ordering them not as the tank filling kit, be sure that you order the one that you need. Last, you can see that the needle has a little plastic piece that just unscrews by hand, unscrews in about a half a turn or so, and you can just put that back in, Turn it about a half a turn, it's tight and liquid proof right there. Over here on the side, I happen to have a 30 milliliter bottle of chocolate amaretto, and I'm going to show you how to use this piece to fill tanks. Just take off the cap it originally shipped with, and then you can see we have the dropper tip on the bottle. You can just grab that with your fingers and pull, it'll pop right out. And now I can screw on the tank filling kit. In front of me I also have a new 510T tank, the new 510T atomizer, an Ego tank atomizer, and an Ego tank. So let's just fill them in order. First I'm going to grab the 510 tank. As you can see, it comes with a little rubber piece on the end. I'm going to pop that off. We'll try and get you a little inset picture here. But you'll notice that when these ship, they're actually sealed on the top. There's no way to fill them because there's no hole on the end. The atomizer for the 510T actually has a little piercing mechanism on the inside, and that's probably the hardest part of actually filling this thing, is popping it open the first time. You put it together and then you have to squeeze. Sometimes you'll hear a pop, sometimes not, but just squeezing it together until the plastic lines up with the metal will make a hole. And hopefully we can get you a close-up shot of that. We'll make a hole in the tank. So now I just take my bottle with the tank filling kit on it, shake the bottle, make sure there's no settling, and there's nothing to take apart on the tank, no syringes involved, nothing like that. Just put it in there. I'm going to squeeze the bottle gently, and with no filler material in there, you don't have to fill slowly. You can see how fast that fills and how full it gets. And filling a tank is as easy as that. No drips, no mess, no leaking. Even with the hole on the end, you can see that it really doesn't leak, although if you're going to carry it, I would put the little cap back on. But in this case, let's get ready to vape, so let's put it right in the atomizer. That time I definitely heard the click. Hopefully that comes through on the video. Ready to vape. Very similar situation for the Ego, and this is a new way to fill Ego tanks, and it's just a whole lot more convenient. Again, we pop the little rubber tip off, and we'll hopefully get you an inset picture that shows that there's no hole in the tank. So just like on the 510, these are a little bigger, so I think you probably heard that click. There's now a hole in the end. Again, I'm going to grab my tank filling kit. Nothing to pop open, no little part to lose. You're not going to lose the end of the tank. We've had a couple of comments on that. Filling has never been this easy. Has never been that sure. You can see how much is in there, and you know you're ready to go with no spills, no drips, no wasted juice, ready to vape. I think this new kit is just fantastic. Order one today. It's the way to fill tanks. It's the way of the future. And here's what it looks like. I did want to warn folks that, like all atomizers, we do believe that these ship with something in them to keep them from getting rusted or damaged in shipping. And we've had a number of our internal testers comment that the throat hit and the flavor seem a little bit light for probably the first 10 or 20 draws. So if you just upgraded and you notice that it doesn't seem to be quite as much of a nicotine hit or a throat hit, I'd say give it 20 draws and see if it gets better. We find same great flavor, at least as good a vape, probably better vape than a traditional atomizer. And here's what it looks like. Great as always. Okay, as we mentioned earlier, here's a blue battery and the 510T atomizer and tank. Screws right together. It's not going to work as well as an American e-liquid store 510. The battery's a little bit smaller, and this is an automatic instead of a manual, but works as well as a blue ever will. And here we have a KR808 battery. I've already got our little adapter put on it, so I'm just going to take the 510T atomizer and tank, screw it on the end. 808s are a little bit bigger. And vape very well.